face off. We're gonna talk your face off. We're gonna talk your face off. Talk your face off. To talk your face off. Talk your face off. Talk your face off. Talk your face off.
Hey, what is going on, you guys? Welcome to Talk Your Face Off. Hey, you jumped in right as I was saying I'm going live. Gonna get us started. There you are. I can't hear you though. He's gonna get it set. He's a working man. Look at that button down. I see it. What's up, Axial 32, Radioactive Scale, JMRC's Blue Dooley, Charlie Shankles, Super One-Handed RC. He's saying he's getting ready to can't wait to try the Mighty Eagle servo. Still nothing. Oh, you muted. You're muted. That's why. No, now you're not. Still. Maybe I'm just... How am I liking this weather? Axial 32? I'm digging it. Should have had better weather. I just got back from Alabama. Can anybody else hear Pablo? Is it just me? Did you go in your settings and see if it's popping through? Axial 32. Yeah, man, it's good. Yeah, they say can't hear Pablo. But you see it coming into the settings?
Yeah, it's there.
There it is.
Oh, you got me now?
Yep.
Weird.
Nice and loud.
It was all there.
Dude, we're having some good weather here today.
Are you? I'm jealous. We've been having storms.
It was sunny and blue skies and not super depressing. But I was away and missed the last cold front they had because I was down in Alabama for a week. So missed you all, but not too much. Because I was enjoying the weather.
Yeah.
Which was not... I mean, it was like 50s, 60s. It wasn't... It dropped down from being 80s. So...
Nice. I felt bad because I didn't realize till after the fact that I didn't put a "we're not going online tonight" post.
Oh, last week? We just didn't.
Yeah. We
Oops.
just didn't. We're like, sorry, guys. No rhyme or reason.
We're not trying to have like a consecutive running streak going. We're not those kind of people.
Nah, we're way cooler than that.
Hats off to them, though, for being able to do it, actually.
Whatever.
Please update your companion app.
So,
you got a tube of something. Hey, do you have the thing I sent you? Is it there? Or is that
it's not... Neither. It's upstairs. But thank you for sending it. Yes. No, it's upstairs. We've been running around.
Disassembling it.
Yeah, no.
Like, we're not going to run this junk.
It's like a chop shop. Check this out. So I had my printer print me up dry erase. Is that going to focus?
Yeah.
So
stickers?
Yeah, but I'm going to give them to the girls on the team. So it's qual 1, qual 2, qual. So basically they're dry erase stickers that you can write what race you're in. So you could see it.
Nice.
Which is
That's a good
awesome.
idea. What are they going to stick it onto, though? Do you have a spot to, like a clipboard?
Forehead? Sure. I don't know. It's not my problem.
Something reusable.
What's
up, Roadside RC?
There's that one for us. Ooh. Fancy. But we're I mean, on ours we could stick it to our car stand. They could stick it on their toolboxes or whatever, that kind of thing. What's up, Kyle? Yeah, I just saw you hop in. I'm late to the chat. So.
Riveting starts, says Pablo. That's Harley Designs. I said Pablo. I looked at you when I was reading his name.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So, speaking of Harley, he had some news today about price increases.
Yeah, I poached his story and put it on my podcast for coming up on Friday.
And all I could think was,
Told you so.
the
No,
king of
just kidding.
RC is like, well, you know what? That's better because the more it costs, the better it is. So if they
Yeah,
make them cost more, it means it's a better product and it's going to go faster because
it's
the
gonna
price
be
is higher.
faster. Yeah, it's gonna be faster.
Because
100%.
they raise the price, it means it's fast.
100%. That's what
was
I
thinking
thought.
that was the first thing I thought of was it just
Yeah,
means it's better. I mean, it costs
yeah.
more, so you should want it more.
Why not?
Yep.
Why not? Well, it's funny because it made me think of like, so like for instance, a lot of those companies that are talking about it, Red Cat, I wasn't sure, but apparently, I mean, maybe they do. Red Cat makes the stuff out in China, but like, I don't know if Malaysia gets hit with the same kind of tariffs that China does. I don't see why they wouldn't, but I don't know.
The
But
Malay.
well, because
I
that's where
don't feel like they're one of our big targets, like
no, but that's where
the bigger countries like China and Canada and Mexico.
right. Well, that's where all the associated stuff comes from, is what I'm saying.
Oh, Malaysia. Gotcha.
Yeah. So I'm like, do I make a run on all my stuff now or do I wait?
I don't know. Well, I've had a good day. Good evening. I was just talking with John Zick from ZRP Racing.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he builds the monster truck chassis and all that. We were just chatting on Facebook Messenger before we got on here.
Nice.
The Guillemot is still $579, by the way. It says at Ease RC. So if you want to get one before the price hike when it gets faster, get the lesser car now, because when they do raise the price, it will be a better car because it costs more. If you want the cheap version, then you might as well just get it now and let people like me wait for the more expensive one to come out, and it'll be better.
They're going to have 7% taller tires. Yes. See, it doesn't care if prices went up. The Chinese manufacturers have always been competitive. Otherwise, they won't have sales. I know. That's the thing. It's like
AE is Taiwan, so is Traxxas.
Mhm.
They probably made in a specific factory that I know of that makes some other quality-ish cars and trucks. Well, no, they're quality. I mean, the plastics and stuff are quality.
Totally.
11% better.
Yeah, at least.
At least.
Now you get the overdrive. 11% overdrive.
But this one goes to 11.
Yeah.
You just make 10 louder. Yeah, but this one goes to 11.
It does. It's pretty awesome. Yeah, man.
No. Yeah, so chatting with him, saw some stuff he's been working on. Super cool.
Yeah.
I sold a bunch of stuff, which I think did we talk about that? Did we have a live after I sold stuff? I think
Unless
we did.
you sold more stuff, yeah.
No, I haven't.
Okay, good.
I didn't sell as much money's worth of stuff as Harley did.
He sold a bunch of stuff?
At the swap meet, he said he made like 10K or something silly.
What?
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell the tax man.
I think he sold his Corvette, probably is what happened.
I'm gonna send a letter to the IRS of California. Be like, hey, just make sure this guy.
They're all laid off, so it won't matter.
Yeah. He's like, shush. Hey,
he's the one that said it out loud first. But the more people that say it, the more that gets tracked in the algorithms.
He's like, I can't let my wife know how much I just sold.
She's not watching this.
Yeah. You never know.
He's sitting on his gaming console right now with an AirPod in.
Nice. Do you still have monster trucks for sale? Yes or no?
There will be some 10K cents. Yeah. So like he made like 1050.
Yeah.
350.
Nice.
Spent 30K to make 10K.
All day.
Oh, it was all freebies. You know it. He just straight made 10K.
Oh, had to buy appliances for the new house.
Yeah.
Hashtag adulting.
Yeah.
Ew.
I'm trying to buy a 4-wheeler for the kids, but my wife's now like, what are you doing with that money? I'm like, I wouldn't have sold them otherwise.
Oh, that's like
whoa! Put the
I
brakes
know,
on. This
I know.
was designated just because I was
Yeah,
traded for a 4-wheeler as part of it. That's not the one that I'm planning to end with.
we've had
We're still
we've had
trading
those
up.
discussions. We're
Yeah.
like, well, should that be house money? I'm like, no. Why would that be
It
house money?
wasn't when I got it in the first place.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Just because I think I make things cooler than what they came and they sell for more. Like house money.
Yeah. Speaking of freebies, I got this and I've been having fun in the snow with it.
Nice.
Team Corrali
How
sent this
big
out
is
to
it?
me.
How,
Well, it fit in that box. It's about that
like a
size.
postage stamp? Like, is that like is it
I
like
mean,
mini?
you can crush it with your fingers.
Crush his head.
Crush
Crush
your head. There's nobody home. There's nobody home. It's 4S size. It's decent. It's not like too big. It's kind of like that Mojave 4S, that sweet spot. Like
Yeah.
like clothes that you've worn for 2 days, but they're not
Like,
quite ready to go in the hamper. And you
yeah.
just kind of put them in the sweet spot because you want to use it again the
Yeah, I
next
get that
day.
with underwear all the
Yeah.
time.
Oh,
Just come.
no, there's not a sweet spot for those.
Well, just saying they're nice and soft.
Eddie says his fleet is available for offers. Aren't they
Nice.
always?
Yep.
Yeah, it all started with some talk about the USA one that I had up. So, which it's kind of like it's for sale, but I'm not like just putting it everywhere. It's not like I'm trying really hard to sell it, but it's like teasing the idea of it.
Yeah.
But at any point, you can be like, oh, you know what? It's not for sale anymore. Sorry. I decided to keep it. It's kind of a special one.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, they don't have a microwave. They air fry it all.
Microwaves or air fryers.
Oh, actually, still 32 still wants one of the 1.9 rates. Well, we have them, and actually, I got it working at. I think they're both running now.
Ooh.
I had a servo that was bad in one that's been replaced,
and
the other one just was running. So I think they're both working.
Nice.
So those will be on the chopping block. There will be monster trucks on the chopping block. There's certain people that want some stuff. But I haven't listed it yet. I have a couple of the Pro Cs.
Oh.
I'm going to keep my one.
Yeah.
The special one. I might keep two. I might get rid of one in the end. But we'll see. I'm at the point where I'm like, I'm willing to get rid of one, but
yeah.
It all depends whether or not that money can go toward 4-wheelers or not, because otherwise nothing's for sale.
Well, speaking of keeping things or getting things started again, I don't know when I'm going to have a chance to work on stuff because I'm trying to wrap up my projects and work at the same time. But Facebook, there's been some posts that have been happening, and it appears that the War CRC group is having a little resurrection. And the guy that used to run it is helping out again. And I'm like, oh, thank goodness. So I'm pumped for that because all this like 1.9 Wraith talk, crawler stuff. Now we have another. He's even talking about maybe trying to pump some life back into U4. And I was like, oh, the glory days of U4. So, yeah. So I'm pretty stoked about stuff like that. We'll see what happens. Or if I can help out in any way or whatever. But dude, I am stoked, super stoked. And I'm like, hey, I've got some rigs here that I could run that I haven't really ran yet. I've got that Jeep that I haven't ran yet. And I've got the Ecto that I've only ran once, the new Portal one. And that
one's good though.
Is super good. And then I talked to my son. I was like, hey, do you want to maybe freshen up your Halo truck and maybe do another build on it? He's like, no. I was
Mm.
like, why not? He's like, I like my Halo truck. I was like, all right. All right.
Yeah, it's like everything's for sale. RC Jeep guy, I'll take the crappiest 1.9 you got.
Nice.
I don't know what the crappiest 1.9 I have is.
Mm.
Oh, I have an SCX10 with that Jeep. What was that special Jeep body? That cab forward, funky.
Who's running the club? Well, it's been in limbo, but he's coming back. It's Justin Art. 24 is coming back to help. It's kind of been in limbo a little bit for the last couple of years. He moved away. Whoa.
So this is probably the crappiest one I have, but it's not that crappy.
Yeah.
It's been fully outfitted.
Mm.
Look at that. Even a light bar. Can you believe I did that? I don't know if I ever wired it up though. It's there because it needed the light bar, but
Yep. So Harley said he's seen Justin posting again. Yes, and I reached out to him. I was like, bro, what's going on? Because he moved back to the middle of the country somewhere for a while, and then apparently he's back now. I haven't had a chance to talk to him. I just started kind of reaching out yesterday. So, wow, that's
the whole frame that holds this.
You ready to see my crappiest one?
Yeah. What is this posted?
Oh, don't say you'll take it yet, RC Jeep guy. I got one that you might want.
Oh, I did wire up the lights. I see the extension.
Hold on.
27 turn axial motor. I actually did like this one build.
Okay. You ready for this one? Sans the wheels, though, if I was to get rid of it. Do you recognize that?
Like crappy in a cool way. Is that mine? You just ditching mine?
No, this is an old Charisma that we 3D printed a Wagoneer body for my wife.
That dust means it's better. That dust means it sat out at Axial Fest and just collected dust just sitting there. As all the cars drove by too fast in the campground. But I don't think that crawlers are supposed to look all clean.
No.
I actually don't like. I don't think I want to live in a world where crawlers are clean.
No way. No. Balic? What's that mean? No Balic? No Tony's FC? I don't know what that means.
The FC Mighty. That was it. Tinker. Look at all you guys had it. I'm up here like, Harley had it early on.
Yep.
Psycho Garage says, Tony, doesn't your wife know you're spending the money to buy the kids a 4-wheeler and a new guitar for you? Shh. So that bass guitar, he did send me a photo of it, and it's pretty awesome. The green is pretty cool.
Is it?
It is. It is.
Nice.
I should probably find out what he wants for it.
No, you shouldn't. Because then you're going to be like, well, kids, we're going to have to wait another month for that 4-wheeler.
Yeah. Both of my desk areas now have really nice studio monitors that just appeared out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Big. These are 8-inchers, and then I got 6-inchers over in the other work desk.
Nice.
Which is pretty awesome.
Nice.
What if you could have a Gravedigger guitar? See, now whenever I refer to things, I say Gravedigger green, right? So.
Yep.
He likes Tony's FC. Okay.
Nice.
Kochner, I think he got a little twitch in his eye going when he saw my FC.
Yeah.
Little tick going.
He's like, no.
No. No. I've got an old 24 car with flames on it. It's a NASCAR
Jeff Gordon.
Traxxas Jeff Gordon.
Nice.
Pretty sweet. Everybody keeps asking me for it, and then they disappear when I finally get up here to get pictures of it. I've waited too long.
I
Dang it.
hate that. I know, it's crazy. It's like my trophy rat. I have so many people ask me about, is it 2S or 3S? Like, it can be 3S, like on Facebook Marketplace. And I'm like, just buy the stupid thing. It's like $180 right now on Facebook Marketplace. It's been driven twice.
Yeah. So if I clean up something like this, I mean, this is early Axial days. This is before they were under the big mothership. So this is quality stuff here we're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Not that it's not quality still. Just going to say that out loud. Axial, we love you. It's got a lot of aftermarket stuff. Lights, whatever. What would something like that go for? Like $225 shipped? What would the comments say?
$1. I'm waiting on the comments. Everyone's like, do I dare say it? Do I dare say it? They don't want to hurt.
Maybe.
They don't want to hurt your feelings.
I mean, it's not really.
What's going on? These old.
It's not really that great. I mean, the stupid eBay stuff cost me an arm and a leg. RCDM, like the rails and everything on here, and it's got the rail system in here to ride everything. But I mean, it does have metal links, but that's about it.
Harley says 125.
125.
I say $1.
125 shipped.
No, you can't do 125 shipped.
I mean, shipping would cost me $80.
It's
going to cost me $35.
It's so stupid to ship stuff right now.
SCX1 equals 125.
Yep.
$3.80.
Nice. Whatever the market will bear.
125 local pickup. I could do that. Ready to run.
Never in the mud. That's when you got to say ran when parked. Ran when parked. Title in hand. Yep.
Yeah, the axles make it not worth a crazy amount. Yeah. I bet it's probably worth 150, 175 shipped.
At this point, you're kind of like, what's it worth in your time to pack it up and to ship it?
Right.
That's what I would say.
Or put it on my shelf and keep it looking good for the sake of it.
Yep.
Yeah, that's where kind of you're at.
Yep.
That's where some of the other stuff is at with me too. It's like, it ain't worth my time.
I know.
It's only vintage if it has a crystal radio. No, but it has an AX3 radio.
Whoa.
You can tell. I mean, this looks like it's from a museum that's behind glass and not been dusted.
It's one of those, like if you like picked it up and just blew on it. And just
wait, hold on. We got to do this on camera. Oh, check that action out.
Wow. Yeah.
Extra axial stickers on it.
That's super cool.
Shiny kind.
Fresh.
Big old.
Oh, Harley says he thinks that's Fly Sky capable. Compatible. RC Jeep guy.
Holmes likes those radios. I could probably get. I'll be like those guys on was the show where they go Storage Wars.
Yeah.
I mean, we can get a solid 35 for this. Just like it is. Ding, $35.
I haven't seen that show in so long.
This looks pretty interesting.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's a lot of
$5.
people that need this.
Yeah.
Are
$5 all day.
Music stand or something. I don't know, $5.
Yeah.
Ching.
Yep. Nice. There you go. There you go. So speaking of pleasing myself, wait a minute.
RCs.
I need to figure out if I want to do I really want to get myself a new B7. But I kind of don't need it. But I really want to like do a you earn this kind of first paycheck kind of gift to myself, because why not? And I could not get it and just get a bunch of like tires and stuff that we need for the cars.
Yeah. Nobody wants
Or
to buy tires. What a waste of money.
I know.
Wheels, yes. I get it. I get buying wheels.
Yeah.
Tires,
Yeah.
nah.
Well, and like I should probably get Olivia another battery, because we'll talk about that in a little bit, but we got
Those
a dirt
expenses
race.
don't count against anything. Those just happen.
I know. And that's the thing. That's why I'm like,
That's like getting underwear and socks for Christmas. Shouldn't happen. Don't wrap them and put them under. Just put them in my drawer. Don't tell me you did it.
yeah, I know.
Like, just stick them in there. It's fine.
Well, so here's the thing. I'm driving my truck, my old truck, right? And I don't want to get a new truck because I just got a chassis. Ooh.
Yeah. You know what? Because of the new president and all of the tariffs, the price on this has just gone up $20.
There you go.
Ooh, I like it.
So I got a low CG truck chassis. That's the one that Olivia has on her car, on her truck. So I was like, I'm gonna clone your truck. So I got that for me. So I'm not gonna get a new truck because they don't have. I mean, they're probably gonna come out with a new one next fall anyway. So I'm like, I'll wait. But
you guys says deal done.
I'm driving their old B62 chassis that both the kids started on, and they're in like rocket ships. I mean, they're literally in like spaceship B7s. Like Olivia just got magnesium slipper clutch or spur plates with carbon fiber pads. Like, and they all have like what the ceramic bearings all the way around. Like
Fudge, I just bought a UMG 10.
Ooh.
That's not a Fudge, right? Isn't
Yeah,
that
that's pretty cool. Those are pretty cool.
That's the one I have in love, right?
Yep.
The Unimog.
Yep.
Yeah, dude, that's not a Fudge. You want that Tanker T68?
Yep. No, but I'm like, so I want to get one just so I can be back on par with them and have a pretty cool newer car.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, I'm like, do I really need to, or should I get something fun? But I don't really go out and bash. I don't need any crawler stuff because I got a lot of crawlers, and I got the monster trucks. So just go with a race car. UMGs bring the cash these days.
Okay, so I have one of those as well.
Trail tested.
It looks pretty slick too, and it's got the scalar fab when they were still owned by the original owners. Bumpers and sliders on it.
Nice. It's
a pretty sweet ride that I will not sell.
Oh,
that one and my Vanquishes I'm not selling. My two remaining Vanquishes.
Yeah.
My OGs. My OG and then the comp one. The comp one is just... The other ones were ready to runs. Still good.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't want to pay the upgrade price to make them like the other ones, like better. Yeah. So I really wanted that really expensive when they just dropped.
Mm-hmm.
I'm seeing it out now and I'm like, I should have made the kids. You know what, kids? No 4-wheeler. Daddy's getting the new Vanquish.
Well, technically, there's 4 wheels on it.
There are.
It's just smaller.
Yes.
Yeah.
You don't need a helmet to drive it.
No.
So.
Nope. Yeah. Red Dodge body brings big money when you find someone willing to buy them. Do you still have the VP speed truck?
I do not.
I thought it
So
got broken.
the guy that built my UMG 10 for me, I gave him the box of everything and said,
good luck.
Thank you for building my UMG 10.
Yeah.
If you would like to fix this bent chassis and repair the stuff that I broke and return my SMT10 transmission for me and build the one that's in the box still.
Yeah.
It is yours.
Nice.
And he made it awesome. Dude, he stripped it down, straightened out the chassis.
But he kept your welds, right? Because your welds were immaculate.
Oh, he got it so clean and repainted it and everything. He was the one that showed me how to weld in the video.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's like, yep.
He was pretty disappointed in me as a student, I will say.
He's like, we're going to start
over. Speed body, though.
Nice.
But I will sign that and sell it if somebody wants.
That's funny.
I was going to put it on the Phoenix that I still had.
Yeah.
Somebody offered to buy it from me at the last event I was at. So I was like, all right. Oh, Eddie's RC, I do not need your SMT10 kit.
Oh.
I do not. Pablo does. He likes them still a lot.
I do. They have a special place.
I have two. I have 3 SMT10s still. And
really?
A whole tackle box of parts for it. For that.
I know. Move him on. He's like, I want it. I knew he'd chime up for that one. Yep. He's the guy. He's the guy that would buy it. 100%.
But yeah.
Oh yeah, he shared a link with me that a guy had a bunch of like nitro RC or SC8s, the old school short course truck nitro 8 scale that Associated made. I was like, man, I'd be all about that if like I could find bodies for it easily.
Will Darby, are you asking Eddie's RC about the SMT10 kit? I'm guessing it's a builder's kit that he's got.
Yep. Yep. Those are fun. Those bring me back.
So I have a Max D. I think I still have a brand new Max D body.
Oh, wow. Oh, I do. I think, unless I gave it to someone. Did I sell that? I wonder if I sold it.
I have a Son of a Digger Fire body up there. He's got the builder's kit. Yeah. So right now, before Bog Hog was an LMT, J Concepts made the bodies for them.
Right. Yep.
And I got one.
Don't you have a purple one or something?
I have a King Sling purple.
Oh, yeah.
If somebody had a green cage and put that on it, it would look so sick.
So
because that's what he did. He had the green still chassis, and then he did a purple paint job on it.
Yep.
Sitting right on the top of.
Yep. I think I sold my Max D body last summer.
Yeah.
And I think I got like $100 for it or something. Like it was something ridiculous. So I was like, why would you spend that much money on this body?
8 scale road car recommendations. I don't know of many other than the Armas. The Arma truck is cool. I prefer the truck because the wheels are the same front and rear. But both are pretty cool. The handbrake, well, that's on both now. So the new one's got handbrakes on the truck too. So I have both. I have the felony and the infraction.
Yeah.
I need to
New
run-
Charisma Skyline.
Yeah, that does look pretty sick. You know, I think my favorite on-road-ish car is the Sen rally car. I saw that Harley mentioned it in his news update today.
Yeah.
He was a little late on that punch because we talked about it at Christmas, but good on you for recognizing it.
Yeah. Armas are 1/7 technically,
Oh,
he
God,
says.
you know what? I'm glad I just kind of ripped on you there for a minute. You're a punk. Exo Cage, I think, is looking for a Max D body. Set it on operational in Charlie.
Too bad I got rid of mine. I'm pretty sure I did. Pretty sure I did. Bummer. Nerd. Someone says. So tell me about.
The bodies up there. We should do a show and tell on some.
We should.
I should go grab a few, but we'll do it at the end.
Yeah. Tell me about your.
So Punisher. Unboxed.
Punisher.
I haven't really talked about it. It's pretty awesome. So I was watching Tom Lee's video after I'd already been driving mine, and so he was complaining about the speed, and I can't judge that right now because I'm driving on ice and snow, and I really couldn't hit target speed, you know. But in the end, he actually was like, "Oh, well, it's hitting a pretty decent speed." When he was looking at it as far as miles per hour, it was like 40 some out of the box. 4S, I know 3S ones can hit 50, whatever. Like if you're chasing after speed, it's all just tooth it up. Like they didn't put it out of the box that way. The thing though, even with the 3S ones, is people hold it pegged at that, and then they cook the motors and they complain about the bearings not being good because they basically overheated it because they're not taking into account the length of their batteries, run times, how fast they're holding it, running it in thick grass. That's, you know, and then it comes back to them. They get the motor sent back to them. They've got to do warranty. So I get from a company standpoint, like 43 miles an hour is fast for bashing. Like it's quick.
Super fast. Yeah.
It's quick enough in most scenarios. I think that one of the issues that wasn't addressed, and I asked it in his comments because I was curious about it just in my jumping it and trying to backflip it. Like I had enough air off of a snowbank that I should have been able to backflip a basher a lot of times. The tires act as if they're belted. They're not belted, but they're
is that because it was cold?
Rubber. No, they're such a hard rubber, and they're such a thin sidewall that they don't expand. So you don't have a huge rotating mass from the tires as far as weight. It's like when I got some of the Power Hobby wheels to put on some of them, and I didn't like them as much because it didn't allow the truck to rotate in the way that I wanted it to. And so I was asking him, like, did it feel like that? Because I'm watching this video and they don't seem to balloon at all. Like 4S power in the air. Like it's just, it's not wanting to correct or do whatever, but the tires aren't really expanding much at all. So I think that's more of it could be a complaint, right? Like than something else like the gearing or whatever.
Yeah.
Is as a basher, is that the type of tire you want on it? Like, however, on the flip side, you get something like the Granite and it blows tires up at 3S under full trigger, you know, like in the air, you're backflipping and tire just explodes.
What? So you said that's about 8th scale? Probably.
And they say 10th.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was a little bit bigger.
Let me see.
I mean, like compared to the MT10, the Associated MT10, the MT10 is pretty small, I thought. Oh yeah, it's not that big of a box.
It's not huge. I thought they called it 10th, but I don't know where I got that from because they'll just say it.
Well, it looks like it's about 10th. Because think about the size of the MT10
Yep.
or the Granite. Looks about the
A
same size.
little bigger than a Granite.
Yeah. Well, I wonder if
Not
that's
much.
just.
It's not running that 7th to 8th.
I just wonder if it's the wheelbase that's making it also having a hard time rotating.
No, it's pretty short. It should want to.
Yeah.
Yeah. A-main's calling it 1/10.
Does it have a center diff?
Yes.
Nice. There you go.
Um,
Lock up that center diff. Get it to flip.
Yeah, that could be it too. So let me see. I can share screen here. I mean, I liked it. I thought it drove well.
I bet you if there's
no cold and I didn't break anything.
Yeah, I bet you if there's light fluid in the diff.
Yeah,
that's
gonna
be.
Yeah, they just didn't feel like there's just such the shaping in that of the sidewall. They're not flat. The concaveness of it just didn't really want to expand. So anyway, but again, that wasn't the end of the world to me. That's like the Vortex versus the Granite or the Big Rock. The tires on those, or the Italians, those tires don't expand a whole lot. So it's harder to flip that even on 6S.
It looks sick.
But
I mean, the looks look awesome.
Yeah, and I got the green one.
That's the one to get.
Yeah, it looks pretty rad. I think all of them actually don't look that terrible when you blow them up and look at it.
No.
One of the guys that worked there said the blue is his favorite. But
yeah, see, I'm not a big fan of the blue and black. It's not enough contrast for me, but
I definitely dig the green. But I mean, overall, and then Tommy also didn't like that the mesh on the motor, like the pinions are set to 13, 15, or 17, and they're screw mount spots.
Yeah.
So it limits you to those sizes versus just being slotted. I agree and I disagree in that. Again, I come back to some of those 3S ones, dude. You could not get the mesh right.
Right.
You couldn't, because the thing was out, which meant then the gears were loose, so you couldn't actually set the mesh. So in some ways, it kind of bulletproofs it in a way. He said it seemed tight. But I don't know. We'll see.
The thing that I like about those located pinion or the motor mounts is that it's kind of a peace of mind, set it and forget it, because if you're bashing and hitting hard and all that,
it won't slip.
Right. Yeah. Depending on how the mount is, but it won't slip. And so to me, I'm like, I like that, because how many times have you hit hard and then all of a sudden been like, and you don't have the tool or something to go and fix it.
But if it was slotted sideways, you might be able to go eternities as far as pinion size, bigger and bigger. It limits you.
Yeah, but I mean, is that the right chassis to be doing that on? You know what I mean? Like, do you really want to do that?
It's a nice aluminum chassis.
All I mean is, like, is it the right car to be doing that with? Like, to go as big and fast as you want. Like, it's not really a speed car. You know what I mean? Like, and if anything, a lower pinion is going to make you snap and do a backflip faster than a taller pinion. So,
yeah, Movie Man, it's definitely Challenger vibes from the front end.
Yep.
Veteran RC says he got the red. I think the red looks pretty good too.
Yeah.
X-Max doesn't backflip since I put the Wide Max kit on. That's interesting.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Of the Cross Iron Bowl, still waiting on mine.
I didn't see that. Is that the big?
They posted pictures of it. No, I think it's that
big long
new 6x6.
Yeah.
Right or no?
That's what I'm. That's what I'm thinking.
Tractor. It's that tractor. Yeah, that was right. It's cool.
but not waterproof. That's pretty sweet. Yeah. Man, I want to get a tractor because I want to redo my backyard. And I just want I want to just spend 3 months grooming it with a tiny RC tractor and then go out and play with it right at the end of the summer. That's what I want to do. Yep.
Some of the Spectrum race servos are actually really good. Not gonna lie, I was running their race ones.
What's the question? I saw
one. Somebody was asking if their servos are any good. If you just get their stock ones, like in an LMT or in the Armas, they're not great. They're slow. They just get the job done. But they have a metal series set that's like high speed that are really good.
so
I usually put Reef stuff in mine.
I did, and I won't ever say that they were ever bad. Reef's servos are awesome. I wouldn't, and I've only had a couple experiences with Savox servos.
They're noisy.
They're noisy, and I cannot dude.
Yeah,
Especially on like a crawler. Oh, forget it.
Yeah.
That was
if
like
you
one of the
turn your wheels and let it go back to center, it doesn't really get there, so it sits there and works. You just hear it whining unless you lift up the front end and set it down.
Yeah.
That Savic's not come with earplugs.
Yeah, pretty much.
They work good. They're just loud.
Yeah.
They're loud.
So a servo that I found that works really awesome, and I don't know how much it is comparable to the Reefs right now. I'm looking it up. Is the Reedy. Reedy has a high torque 8 scale, and they have a crawler servo, and they're really good. Like, I like them. I use them now a lot because I do. But I was gonna look to see how much they are. But they're totally rebuildable too. So the Reedy one is 137 or 141. That's for the, and I don't know what Reefs is at right now, but it's probably about the same price. And you and I know why they look so good. ReefsRC.com. But No Limit RC World Final.
I'm going to say this again for people that didn't hear the announcement. Give me at the metal shop, not at Digger's Dungeon. I was just getting this ready. I didn't mean for it to pop up live.
Whatever. Thanks for cutting me off, jerk. God, such a jerk.
But yeah. The test Savox, never owned one.
The Raw 500 is a solid servo. Like
everything. All around servo, yep.
Everything. Like, it's so good.
Not as strong as some of the other ones, but it's fast. And
you don't, okay.
You make up,
okay. Stop.
A lot of the other ones are overpowered. More power than you need. It's more than enough to do anything.
You don't need anything stronger than a 777. And I would argue you don't need anything stronger than a Raw 500. I've had them in heavy trucks. My Raw 500 is so bulletproof, and I've had it in my LMT, and it rips those wheels around. Like, if it's in the air, I could rip it around, all that kind of stuff. I've had it in the 8 scale buggy. It's an awesome all around servo, 100%. I don't even think you need anything. Why would you? Hold on.
Well, hold on. Where'd it go? I think this is okay to say for the most part, except if you're comping.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you don't want to take a reverse or do something else, the speed can move your front end.
Yeah.
Or your whole truck without actually taking a reverse. So we use speed all the time, and that's why I like the Raw 500. Is it's enough power, but it's fast.
Yeah.
So I actually use in my comp truck that is a Vanquish. Guess what I have?
A raw
500.
5,000. Yes. So I don't understand this, Harley. Like, I don't know. In most comp rigs, they're not super heavy that I've comped with. So I don't know why I would need anything more than a 500. I mean, unless you're just for the direct power thing and not sucking any juice off your motor or amperage. I just don't know why you would need anything bigger than a 500, honestly. I think, and especially because you can,
Raw 800 LPs. Ooh, boy.
yeah, that's a big one.
Now we're talking.
But especially if you're using a nicer radio and stuff like that, you can totally dial a 500 in to do anything. Like you can overclock them even if you go into the programming. I just don't. It's a great servo. Fight. I know. And the thing is, it's not like I'm saying it's a bad servo. I'm saying it's a great servo. It's like the all-around servo. Why would you need more than
I just
500?
got rid of 2 of them.
Why?
Sad.
Why?
They were on that Freestyle
Oh, that
RC
monster truck.
build. I had them on both axles. It was so pretty. I wasn't going to take them off because those silver cans on those silver axles was.
Mm-hmm. I
Let's
have a
just say he got a
777
good
on
deal
the.
on that. He got a really good deal on that.
Yeah, I know.
LRC.
I've
Just
got
the
a
axles and
777 in
turbos
my.
alone.
So I ran a 777 in Lazarus. Now I
That's a
run a
heavy truck.
777 in. Huh?
That's a heavy truck.
Yeah, it's a super heavy truck, and it's a scale like, but like I would never comp with something that heavy. It's like a 13-pound truck or a 12-pound truck, whatever it is. Yeah, I would never comp with something that heavy. Smooch. I said
Chef's
chef smooch, and my wife's like, it's kiss, and I go, it's smooch. It's like, no, you're wrong. All right, whatever. I'm used to it. So Harley didn't get back in the fight.
I don't have any. I don't ever buy the 777s or anything above the 500. Although I
think you
did
need
for
it.
my SCX6.
Well, that's a whole
The
different
big one.
car.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right. So quickly, gonna just say this: Memorial Day weekend, No Limit RC World Finals, the Metal Shop. I'm gonna give a shout out. It has been done at the Digger's Dungeon for many years, 19 years, I think they said. And this year they're moving to the Metal Shop, which is where a lot of monster truck chassis are built and home of the Saigon Shaker, which could be mistaken for a Lloyd with a cool paint job.
Yes.
Gonna throw that out there, the Lloyd.
Yeah. I heard the 666 is a beast of a servo. Get it? A beast.
Yep. 777 easy drop in and an RTR. But is it fast?
But
How fast is it?
it's not super. It's fast, but mine's direct power. I don't know. Okay. So speaking of dirt and traveling, we booked our hotel for Big Barn Shootout. It's going to be our first dirt off-road travel race that we've ever done. And it's the first dirt off-road race that we'll have of the season. It's like, why not? Let's just travel for one. Why not? Right? It's not like we know what we're doing.
You don't know what you're doing.
So I know, that's what I'm saying. I don't know what I'm doing. So we're going to get out there. Hopefully I'm going to have a bunch of extra A-arms and we're just going to send it. I see what you're looking at. It is very nice.
I wish J Concepts would have made the Lloyd in a 124 scale too. So I still have a clear Lloyd up there.
Someone's going into
But I
Cybertron.
was going to make into a Saigon Shaker and still may. But then decided to go the route with the one for the Vanquish that I had painted. Instead of sending it to him, I just had one ordered and shipped to him from A-Main. It was
Nice.
cheaper than boxing it up and shipping it.
Yeah.
It wasn't cheaper, but it made more sense. All right. Close that.
Yes. I can't read the Lloyd without saying Lloyd.
I know. It's definitely Lloyd.
It's very hard for me not to say Lloyd.
Will Darby, it's hard to tell you what kind of smart batteries to get for your monster truck. It all depends on what truck you have and what batteries fit in it. Your ESC, your motor, all that kind of stuff.
Depends how
I
smart
usually
you
run
are.
3S, but some places only allow 2S. But I pretty much in all my monster trucks run 3S batteries.
I was bummed. We ran 2S race packs at the last race we went to, and we did okay. But in hindsight, we should have been running 3S. We would have been able, because we could control the car, no problem, or the truck on 2S, no problem. But should have ran 3S.
I'm just putting this up there for Harley to read. We'll just leave it up there. So you can run through 3S, but you were only running 2S?
Yeah, I think
I thought you gave me a hard time when I ran a 2S.
I thought we could only run 2S in the class that we were running for monster trucks. And so we ran 2S, but we ran like a hot 2S 135C battery. Name is as ugly as the body, Lloyd. I don't even know what to say.
But if it has a cool green paint job that looks, got little bolt things painted into it.
You know what we should do? We should build Harley an orange Lloyd monster truck. Or we should print him a t-shirt that has an orange Lloyd on it and just be like, here you go, Harley. You have to wear it now. And he will, because it's cool. And that's the story I'm sticking to.
Vote for Pedro. Your delivery on that was fantastic. Goodwill Racing Team. I froze.
I froze.
Oh.
Maybe. I don't know.
Somebody froze.
It's saying that our network strength is not ideal. I don't know why. I have full power. It's been stormy here, though.
Oh.
Not going to lie. So I don't know what it's doing outside right now.
Well, I'm planning to go comping again Thursday. I'm excited about it.
Nice.
I did pretty good last one with the Venge build. So I posted that video when I was down in Florida. I wanted to do a VO, but there's no place to go. And while I was doing run footage, kind of talk about it. There's no place for me to go where I could do it. It was just tiny condo, too many people. I just had to let it ride. So, but I did. And then like everyone's commenting, it says he's gone camping until October. His store shut down. So I think he's probably just raising his prices to account for the tariffs. But I could be wrong. But it's a sweet, sweet truck. I need to get my shocks worked on before I go. I bought some shocks I can put oil in, slow them down, put some thick oil in. Oil, maybe some 80 weight oil.
Some 80 way old.
Mm-hmm. Actual 32, better make it on Thursday. So I keep taking my 10th scale up there because Slater's RC wanted to see those Reefs tires, dude, which hooked up awesome. I got to finish that video. The pin tires were great.
Mm-hmm.
The other ones were amazing.
Are they as amazing as the lettering on the side?
The Crux. Are those ones the Crux ones? Or because there's a cheater and then there's a Crux.
Yeah.
The font does not do justice to the capability of the tire, in my opinion. The tire's hooked up, man.
How does that
Combs.
how does that pass art direction? At my new job, I had to email the art director. I was like, hey, can you please tell me where to find the Helvetica font? Because I'm looking at whatever the stupid computer came with and I hate it. I'm just like, I can't look at these fonts that are terrible. I tell you, I'm working on a PC now.
Piece of crap.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it was.
Yes.
It was as close to
You can't
Comic
even
Sans as you want to get.
You can't even call that art.
Yeah.
That's not art. That's a lack of. Sorry, whoever wrote that or drew, like. Sorry, not sorry. Give me a call next time. Does this look good? Thumbs up, thumbs
Good
down.
learning. This is a good learning experience. This is your first set of tires. For crawler.
Don't ever do that again.
We're gonna give you a pass on this first batch.
Oh, it's a tough
We
one though.
expect to look at any real tire that's been ever been made and sold in the U.S. and put on real vehicles. Just kind of look at the shape of the letters they use on those, and go with something like that.
For being
scale of something like that. It's like, I don't want to say it, but it's like somebody's kid came and wrote Crux on the side of the tire, and they're like, we're going to put that on a tire. Just like it is on this one that he did with the Sharpie.
What kills me,
but so, kidding aside, they hook up, man. Like the actual tread pattern was designed by somebody else.
well, what kills me is that it's like the same font that the Amazon tires use. Mm-hmm. And so for being such
I think they used the throwaway curve lines from the new body, and those just
fit right in.
Were like that, those shapes, and they just said, well, what word could we make out of this? These cutaways. And that was it. Crux in that shape. Very roundy, curvy. Comic Sansy.
It's bad. It's bad. Poop. Just
I actually dig the performance of both tires.
Yeah. Good.
So
good. We all know about your taste in tires.
Well, they hook up way better than those hustlers. Those things couldn't grab onto anything.
Oh no! Did you read that? Oh,
is that the name of the body? Is Plague?
Plague. I thought.
That's a Q.
I know, but I think it's Plague, isn't it? I was just on their website, but it works.
It works for his joke.
Plague.
Okay.
It works. I'll allow it.
Casitas crawlers, are these price increases coming for all products and brands? No, apparently at CCXRC, you're still getting discounts on everything well after my intended sale end was supposed to have finished. I was on vacation. I'm like, what are these prices coming in? I'm seeing like weird prices, like for totals. And I'm like, oh, crap. I never turned the sale off.
That's
It's
awesome.
kind of funny. I will Darby only run plastic wheels on my monster trucks.
Mm-hmm. Yep. That's all I run. That is all I run. You know, I have a whole video that Olivia
On
started to
most
edit
things, I run
monster trucks.
plastic wheels, except for crawlers.
Yep.
Yeah.
Got a few mighty
Yeah,
eagles.
I
on
need to
that
remember to
video.
get on a computer and take care of that. It's gonna be a lot of work, though. I did it on everyone manually, so
It's a terrible idea.
it was a bad idea. I should have just done a code.
Started a podcast.
You started a podcast?
Yeah, I
Where
actually
can it be
did.
listened to?
Huh?
Where can it be listened to?
Anywhere you listen to podcasts?
Even on YouTube?
Not yet,
Oh.
but I can put it on YouTube. Yeah, I can put it on YouTube. I haven't figured that out yet.
I put it on YouTube and people said, I didn't know you've been doing. I just now started putting my other one on this YouTube. And they're like,
Yeah.
I didn't know you were doing a podcast. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
In 5 years.
OG. Yeah.
5
So
years.
I'm calling this season 3. And I think this one's going to
I'm
stick.
on season 6, but yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
You're
Double
old.
double your length.
I was at work today and the guy next to me was on the phone telling whoever what his birthday was. And I was like, stabbing my eyes. I was like, am I that old? It's like 89.
Dude, most are like 2000.
Ugh.
Like, what?
Yeah. No.
I still watch the college football players and like, man, one day when I grow up, I want to be able to do that. And I'm like, whatever in my head, brain thought stuff never grew up past that. Like thinking,
That's the
I'm
worst.
the adult now. I'm the adult.
That's the worst when you're playing with youths and you're like, I can do this. And you go and do it. And then you have the old man like head over your ankles. Like, I can't stop and fall.
My packaging
Harley's
girls are like 2000 and after.
Harley's like the Dazed and Confused guys. He's like, they just keep on staying the same age. He's like, a lot cooler if you did. Gross. Yeah, so this podcast, I feel good about it. I like it. Yeah, I like it.
Are you doing it on your drive like you thought?
I am. Yeah, it's pretty funny.
You got some rumble from your truck?
It's actually not too bad. You know what I did is I got one of those what's it called?
Insulated floors?
No. Well, I'm driving the nice truck. So I got the plug-in headphones with the lav mic.
Mm-hmm.
And I just hold it up and I talk. That's it. And the sound's not bad. I mean, I've fully disclosed that I'm doing it from a truck. But I condense it, or not condense it, but I quiet it down and post a little bit. I think it sounds good.
Have you used? So I got rid of TubeBuddy. I was using it forever. It was good for tags. They don't seem to be really pushing tags, or it doesn't seem to be affecting things like it used to. Even hashtags.
vidIQ?
No. Descript. DE script.
I've heard of it.
It'll edit your stuff for you if you upload it, and it'll cut out your your little things, gaps. It'll cut out if you tell it how long of a gap you don't want to have.
For podcast or for video?
Or video, or for podcast. You can upload audio and do the same thing. I did it on my last one. And then you can go through and look at which ones it wants to do and check or, thumbs up or thumbs down it.
Is this for like voiceover cuts? Like it versus like you're talking and you're like, and they just keep on jump cutting your ums?
And only using the ums? Yeah, I had my Gen Z intern edit my whatever. Have you seen those where that takes out all the words? You're just like, uh, yeah. So TubeBuddy was great, but all I was using it for was tags in the end. This will write your descriptions, dude. It'll put
Really?
your chapter markers in and label your chapters for you based on what you're talking about. It'll give you title suggestions based on what you've talked about.
Dude, this world of
Dude,
AI is bananas.
it'll do social media posts for you as far as like what you should do for your little
Caption.
caption that you're going to put with it. And then it also will cut out shorts out of it and put the text on it. And it gives you all these options for how you want the text to display. How much is it? It's 20. If you pay for the whole year up front, it's $24 for a creator. And it's based on how many hours you think you're going to do
For a year?
for a year. No,
20.
each month, monthly. So if you're paying, if you don't, it's $32 or $35 a month. If you pay it all up front for the year, it's $25 a month, 24 or something. But dude, it's insane. You also get voiceover, like it'll narrate and do a voice. You get voiceover hours with like a legit sounding VO actor's voice ish. So you can have it. It's really slick, dude. But yeah, I've had it do the whole cut down on stuff for work right there. It trims it all up. It's unreal what you can do with it.
Is it?
And I think having a good description that talks about what's happening, and so you can tell it, you can either one feed it text of something you want it to write in that type of style. So you could find something you like and copy and paste it in. Or you can say, I want it to sound friendly using first person, blah, blah. Or you could say,
So
third
it'll edit
person,
your
the
video
speaker
line
is
too.
Tony.
So it'll edit. So if you throw in 20 minutes of video and you say, I want it to be a 10-minute video,
It'll do cut downs. It'll remove redundancies where you talk about things more than once. It'll do cut downs.
but
Yeah.
I mean,
You can choose whether or not you want to let it cut those spots.
but is
It's
it
called
mainly
the
audio or is it
Well, it
video?
actually edits the video and you can see, or you can go through the script and you can see stuff that you don't want and just select it and delete it, and it'll delete it from the video section just by editing the text. It's super powerful.
Is it worth it? What's the ROI?
Views and time saved. Like, because if you really want a good description or you really want playability, people are jumping around for these chapter markers now. And if you do a long form video, say you did something like this, right, where we're talking, you could then have it cut down. One, it gives you a transcript of it if you want that, if that's beneficial to you. But mainly it's the big description where it actually explains what's talked about. Like you'd go through this and say, Tony and Pablo are a bunch of dweebs talking about toy cars. In the beginning, Tony got on and was shocked that Pablo was signing. Like it'll legit like write what's happening. And then it'll also give you a good chapter breakout where people can skip to chapters. I'll show you after hours. I'll upload something. If you're doing videos that are just run videos, not a great help.
Okay.
If there's a lot of talking in the video, yes.
Okay. So
or
like
you
here,
want to just upload all your talking spots and have it fix them before you put them in your video and edit it, add stuff to it.
Okay. So here, let me give you a scenario. Tell me how you think it would work. I have race videos, and if I wrote a general script, like a storyline, a page
Everybody
long.
left right now because they're checking out the script. But keep going.
But so I say I gave it the video and I gave it a 1-page script. What would it do? Would it
You
just
can have
do
it
that?
read. You could have it do a voiceover for it.
But
Narrate it.
would it read the? Would it like just get the action shots of the video, or would it just play the whole video?
You can upload content too and have it do an edit. Just take a look after. Like, it's pretty slick. But where it would really be good, I feel like, is if you're doing an unboxing and you wanted it to cut it down and choose, and you did multiple takes on certain things or whatever, but you let it choose.
Oh,
how
so
to
like
make
you
it
just let it
flow.
roll, like you just let it roll, and then you put in the whole thing
Yeah,
and say
just
edit this
upload the
down.
whole thing. That's what I do anyway with an unboxing. All the talking is just one big clip.
Right, but I just mean versus you editing, listening to it, cutting it. You just let
Right.
it roll.
Yeah, that's the pain in the butt is you going through and having to do all that. It'll give you, and then AI will give you what it thinks is a good cut down. And you can preview it or whatever, which you're gonna have to do anyway when looking for your audio parts that you want. And if
Mhm.
you're good with it, you can say approve all, or you can go in and say, no, let's remove things that I wanted, or I really need that for whatever to
Yeah,
feel natural,
yeah.
It's pretty slick. I did it to the podcast, like I said the last time. I just threw it up there. One, because I wanted to have a good description. I hate after I've just taken all the time to do the podcast, sitting down and typing up a nice long description that covers what is talked about, and it is a pain in the butt.
Mhm.
But you throw it up there and it does it in 30 seconds, and you're like, all right, baby, let's do this. But
Yeah.
then I'm like, you know what? Clean it up for me. Boom.
Dude, AI is so crazy. So I'm using it at the office now, and I'm having to go through these super long email feeds and like contract stuff. And I just select it all, throw it into AI, say summarize, and then I'll like start paring it down, be like, give me action items, blah, 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 blah. And it just spits it all out for me. It's pretty amazing. In like a minute. You know what I mean? Like versus me like reading through it all.
Yeah. The other thing that it does, and this is creepy, is eye contact. You know how we keep looking away? Or we're in a Zoom doing something and we're
Yeah.
looking at the screen?
Yeah.
It'll put your eyes looking at the people.
That's creepy. That means it's taking your face and sharing it with the whole internets of China. Yep. They're cloning you right now as we speak.
You done been cloned.
Yep. AI, the end of creativity. I don't think so because there's still going to be AI prompt engineering, and you have to be pretty creative to get it to like. So I sent you all those silly AI screens, or not screens, but like my posts that I'm using for the podcast,
Mm-hmm.
like that.
Oh, I dig it. That's a cool graphic.
There's your TLR right there.
Nice.
Uh, there's that one. So I did like
You
I
did the
prompt,
font treatments.
yeah, and I photoshopped out because sometimes you know how AI is weird and that like will photo like do weird tacos or whatever. So I
Yeah.
photoshopped those out and added real ones.
Yeah, that's turned out pretty cool.
But like the Space Needle and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I
Like
like that you added that. That one's cool. I like how big it is. But now you're gonna need something that's square. So
there's my new glasses. I do have one that's square.
okay.
Because I did it for the podcast thumbnail.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say for the. That's cool.
There it is. That's my
You
Ric
look more
Flair.
like Richard Rawlings than.
Woo!
Did you put
Well,
a picture of Richard Rawlings in and say, make it look
no,
like
I
that?
didn't. But that was funny. I said luchador-esque guy with gray hair and black frame glasses, and that's what it came out. I was like, I'll
Nice.
take it. I could be whoever I want online.
Yeah. So here's what you get with the script. You get 30 transcription hours a month, 4K exports, basic and advanced AI suite, including eye contact, translation, and 20 plus more AI features. 2 hours a month of AI speech, 30 minutes a month of dubbing in 20 plus languages.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
What's the $12 one?
1080p. That's the non and 10 hours of transcription. That would be pretty. I'd go through that pretty quick. But the 1080p is the problem.
You too good for 1080p?
Actually, for work, I could, but you don't get the advanced. So, like, here's what it looks like when you get it going. This is literally you get the script, and then as you delete stuff from the script, you can see where it's erasing it from the video here.
Mm-hmm.
Or you can erase it from the video and you'll see it get deleted from the script.
Mm.
So, but yeah, having it clean up all your ums and filler words and that kind of stuff is pretty slick.
Hunkalove75 says AI prompt commands are just like incredible web designers using HTML. It's a new language. I totally agree.
Yeah. Yep. So, anyway, I've been using it for work to save me hours and hours of time doing stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Specifically when it's, a pastor talking for an hour.
Mm-hmm.
Not an hour, but 45 minutes. I don't have it cut out the uhs and ums from that.
Right.
But it gives me a transcription and it gives me like that summary that I can use.
Uh-huh.
But then it also does the shorts that it cuts out of it.
That's cool.
Where it finds them and cuts them out. I just have to make sure our camera guys are keeping them
Centered. Yeah. Yeah, that's a hard one.
But yeah, it's pretty slick how it works. And it's like such a time hack. But then also the post things, like, because we post it as a podcast too, and so it'll give those short summaries for posting to social media. I'll just grab those and then use that as like a short summary for iTunes or whatever, instead of the long form summary that's used.
Okay, so
it's pretty cool.
Here's a and then we'll probably get off. But here's a realistic application. I just did the numbers. It's about $300 a year, right? So if you did that on a channel like mine, which doesn't get a ton of traction, can you see it returning its investment in the first year?
Only if you figure out how to get your money out of YouTube.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I think I still have like $300 in YouTube right now. I'm gonna check. That's a good point. But what do you think?
It depends if you actually use it. I think if you do enough with talking things like your podcast and you want to have it cut out shorts and snippets that you would use for little social bits.
Yeah.
Instead of having to go through and find them, it just does. It reads through the text and finds what's the interesting points.
Mm-hmm.
Like some people are saying, it does take out some creativity, but you also have to go through and you don't just leave anything as it is exactly. So you have to monitor it because it's not perfect. It is, but it just saves a lot. And I don't think that it's killing creativity, because in that point of view, for what I'm using it for, it's already been done. The creative work has been done. Somebody studied, they gave a speech.
Yeah.
I'm now just the lackey having to just post it around places.
Right.
And so either I have to listen to it all again, or I have to be taking really
Well,
good
what's
notes as it's happening so that I can come up with
bookmark it?
something to write about it. But
Yeah.
I'm also doing other stuff and working while that's happening, so I can't.
What's
So it
nice
means
is
I have
that
to listen to it for 45 minutes, then write something. Now I'm 2 hours in when I can do this and be done in
easy.
15 minutes
Yeah.
and just clean up what they wrote. Like, "Oh, no, that's not what he said. He said this," or he didn't. I don't like that emphasis,
Yeah.
but
See, I don't talk in my videos. I do voiceovers, so I don't know how that would help me a ton.
right.
You know
You
what
can
I mean?
clean that up.
Hmm?
You can clean that up pretty easily.
What do you mean?
If you're just doing voiceovers, you're not gonna have as many uhs and ums and
Oh, no, I know, but I just mean if I was talking during the video,
yep,
it'd be 10 times easier than if I was shooting the video, then sitting at the screen doing a voiceover. You know what
right,
I mean? Like that
yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
yeah. No, it's really for longer. I think some of the longer stuff, like doing the unboxings, and then it's really good because it sees, he talks about this. Well, I just did
Yeah.
it on. Did I use that one of my recent ones?
Yeah, I love that stuff. I gotta go, Tony.
All right,
I gotta do some laundry and like
ready
iron
for
some
work.
shirts. Yeah,
It is 11:30. We've been going an hour and a half. All right,
I know. You gonna hang up?
yeah. In just a minute, I'm just gonna read the last comments, see if there's anything. Yeah, prompt commands just like incredible websites. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's just a tool. Like, as long as it doesn't get creepy and too dangerous, I think we're good.
Right. And I think in the hands of art directing type people, it's a little bit more flowy than it is like in people that just hit, yep, that's good and go without going through it all. You know what
Yeah,
I mean? Like for people like you and I, we see that awkwardness and we're like, let's leave this in. You know what I mean? Like I think that's a big change for speed for us.